Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the stream. My name's Derek. We'll be getting started here in just a second. In the meantime, hop in the chat. Let me know where you guys are tuning in from. Welcome to today's live stream. I'm super excited to welcome you here today. Before we get started and get into the really for real live, this is obviously a pre-recorded video where I can tell you a couple things and then we can get started. So honestly, what I'm doing is buying myself time to turn the camera on and make sure that everything sounds good. But while we do that, while we wait for myself, let's go ahead and comment below. Tell me a little bit about yourself. Maybe let's start with your name and where you're watching from. And then also I'd love to hear about maybe the latest project you're working on or your favorite software. So if you can post a link below, go ahead and post a link to your portfolio. We'd love to check it out and see what you're up to. And maybe even let us know what your favorite software is or maybe your favorite subject. Do you like web design or print design or making t-shirts or logos or branding? I don't know. Go ahead and comment below and let us know. We'd love to check it out. And then also, if you'd love to see what I'm up to, you can check out my work at derekmitchell.com. You can see some YouTube videos at youtube.com/derekmitchell. And then also live streaming at behance.net/Mitchell's Garage. So you can check me out there. And then did I say Instagram? I don't know if I said Instagram yet or not. Instagram.com/dmitchelldesign. So hopefully there's links and buttons and stuff here. Right there. Anyway, all right, guys, we're about to dive into some really cool stuff. Feel free to comment in the thread, and I'd love to, again, see what you're up to, and I'll try and answer your questions as we get going, but let's go ahead and dive in. Today's video is sponsored by the Graphic Design Bootcamp. If you're looking at becoming a graphic designer and you want to learn more about Photoshop, Illustrator, and InDesign, creating real-world projects that clients would actually pay you for things like logos, business cards, letterhead, and much more. Check out the link below for more information and a deep discount to get started today. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the stream. Be sure to let me know where you're tuning in from. I'm broadcasting from Kalispell, Montana tonight. Today's video is sponsored by the Graphic Design Bootcamp. If you're looking at becoming a graphic designer and you want to learn more about Photoshop, Illustrator, and InDesign, creating real-world projects that clients would actually pay you for things like logos, business cards, letterhead, and much more, check out the link below for more information and a deep discount to get started today. Welcome to today's live stream. I'm super... What's up, guys? Having some technical issues. Hey, I'm just sending out an email real quick because I sent out an email a second ago with my link to Behance, but Behance is down. So we're on YouTube now, youtube.com/Derek Mitchell. You'll be able to see us and join the chat. I'm just pulling up the window right now because I had everything set and now I'm doing a quick swap. So while I do that, feel free to jump over, go to youtube.com/Derek Mitchell, jump into the chat. Let me know where you're watching from. Let me send this email just so we can have everybody else join us here. Give me just a second. Sorry, everybody. Let's see. I got to proofread this real quick. All right. Looks good. Save and continue. Excuse me. Send it right now. Confirm. Boom. Email sent. All right, guys. Emails being sent. Unfortunately, Behance is down again. I don't know what the heck is going on. It's been 3 weeks of this for me. But it's all right. It's all good. Let's close this window. Just moving a couple things around so I can see everybody. See all your beautiful faces in the chat. Give me just 2 seconds. We're almost there. So I'm going to be making my first NFT tonight. Don't have any idea what I'm doing, but it should be a lot of fun. All right, there we go. All right, we are back in business. The stream is up. I've got my chat window going. Welcome to the stream, everybody. Let's do this. All right, so I'm going to be making an NFT, which if you're new to this, even if you're not new to this, there's a lot to understand. An NFT is a non-fungible token is what it stands for, which means nothing to you if you don't know what that is. But the best example I can come up with, if you play video games, which in our household we play a lot of video games. My girls love playing Fortnite. My wife and I play Fortnite. I grew up playing video games with my dad, actually. And so the best example I can give you is when you buy like a skin or a graphic in the game. It's kind of like that. You have this digital art that you own, that you've paid for. There's so much more to it. I'm seriously brand new at this. My wife has actually been diving in, taking a deep dive and learning more about it. So tonight I'm gonna make an NFT. It's just a digital graphic thing. I don't know, it'll be fun. So I don't even know what size to make this. We're just gonna go for it. So I see a couple of you watching on YouTube right now. Feel free to jump in the chat. I'll be able to see you. I know we got kind of a late start on the stream because it was trying to go through Behance. Now we're on YouTube, so everybody's kind of jumping ship to get over here so we can chat. If you want to, jump in, say hi. It's kind of informal stream tonight. Yeah. Right now what I'm doing, a little bit of housekeeping on the file side of stuff, and then we're gonna dive right in. Should be good. All right. And on that note, let's begin. All right, welcome. Hey, if you're brand new here, my name is Derek Mitchell. I'm a graphic designer, a web developer, creative director, do a lot of different things. Father of 5, I've got 4 daughters, 1 son, and yeah, enjoy what I do. I get to live stream with Adobe. I get to have fun playing in Photoshop and Illustrator. Often it's mostly what I do. I do some video work, some photography. I'm kind of all over the board. So I'm really excited to learn more about NFTs because I feel like this is something that would be really good for me to learn. If you're a graphic designer, actually, honestly, if you're anybody, it's like the new hotness. It's the new thing to know. So definitely when you get a minute, take a chance and to learn about it. Get up to speed. All right. So let's dive in. I'm gonna make a new file and actually, man, I should have maybe prepared a little bit better. NFT, there we go. I was gonna say just Google what is an NFT. NFT for beginners. There's lots of really great resources out here. It's kind of a confusing topic, but let's just do this. What size should an NFT be? Let's just see what the internets have to say about this. All right, minting your NFT on Foundation comes with the following file upload limitations. It's got to be a JPEG, a PNG, or an MP4. Oh, okay, we can do some MP4 stuff. Files should not be larger than 50 megs. Still, images should be 3,000 pixels, ideally for video. 1080p or 4K is best. All right, so there's our parameters. That's just one resource, you know, obviously just kind of the first thing that pops up here. So a width of 3,000 pixels. Sweet, let's just go for it. Let's just dive right in. So what I have in mind, I'm gonna start in Photoshop. I'm feeling Photoshop tonight. And I'm gonna make a new document. And let's make it 3,000 pixels. I'll make it square by 3,000 pixels. The resolution, I'm gonna leave it at 72. That should be fine. RGB for the color space. The rest of this looks good. Let's click create. Excuse me. All right. How's the music level, by the way, guys? The mix in my head is different than what's being broadcast, so I want to make sure I'm not blasting you out too much here. All right, so this square thing is going to be my NFT. We're just going to make a document, all right? So in my mind, I have a very clear idea of what I want to do for my first one. I'm going to do a whole series, a whole like story-based series where everything's got a backstory. It'll be cool. But for this first one, I'm literally thinking like a typography-based NFT. Like I'm literally thinking the number one and doing some crazy stuff to it. So let's just get started. I'll hit the number one here. Scale this up. Uh-oh, things are jumping around a little bit. And I'm thinking for the font, maybe Gin, Prohibition. Something like that. Center it up. I'm feeling like a gray background. In fact, I'm feeling like this exact color. Well, it's a little dark. Let's do this. I'm feeling like a light gray, something like that. All right, now, and I'm just changing my back. Well, let's see. Sometimes I just design and I don't say all the shortcuts that I'm doing, and because sometimes people get frustrated that all I'm doing is saying the shortcut over and over. So sometimes I just go for it and let you watch over my shoulder, and sometimes I explain as I go. So let me know if you guys want to see what I'm doing. I can turn on shortcuts too. Just texting a couple people now. There we go. My wife was asking if the stream dropped out. I was telling her yes. Okay. So got a gray background. We got the number one. Let's Command J to jump cut this. Let me even open up an app called Visualize. And that way you can see my keystrokes without me having to explain it over and over. Perfect. Make a new layer. I got some really cool grunge brushes that I got from Retro Supply Co. off of Creative Market. Oops. These halftone supplies brushes are super cool. Here, let me just give you a shout out to Retro Supply Co. Now, this is their website or his website. I don't know who this is, but Black Friday weekend sales. Check it out. All kinds of great stuff. No affiliation here. I'm not getting paid to say this. This is just where I got this brush. So I got it through Creative Market. They sell them there as well. But here's a website, retrosupply.co. Check it out. Some super cool stuff when you get a minute. All right. So I clicked option between these two layers to make it a mask. So now this layer is being masked by the number here. I don't know if I like this color or not. I wasn't planning to do this color, this magenta. This is not what I had in mind. I'm just gonna keep going. We're just gonna go with it. I want to change this color. Now, after you've done something like this, what you can do on the layer, we can click right here under lock, this little checkerboard looking thing, and it's going to lock all of the pixels. So now if I go to change the color to something else, if I go to fill it, go to edit, down to fill, I like to use the shortcut option delete on a Mac. It's only going to fill the pixels that are there, and it's not going to touch anything else. Kind of a cool little trick. Same thing here. Let's lock the transparency, fill it. All right, let's burn some of these edges in a little bit. Change my blend mode over here to multiply. I'm just kind of screwing around, having fun. I don't really have a, like in my mind, I kind of saw how I wanted this to go. It's not going that way exactly. That's all right. I'm just kind of playing around. And if it's too much, we can dial back the opacity a little bit. Real quick again, guys, checking in. How's the music level? Is it too loud? I don't know. I mean, honestly, this is kind of what I was envisioning, just pretty close to this. Let me add a mask to this down here. Thanks for the thumbs up on the stream, you guys. I appreciate you. All right, so I'm on this text layer. I've added a mask. I want to add some more distressing to this. So I'm gonna come up, let's see, hit the letter B to get my brush tool, jump up here to the brushes, and I've got some in here somewhere. These fold lines. That's kind of what I was thinking. And right now, if I click on it, nothing happens because my foreground color is white. So anything white on a mask is going to reveal, make sure the artwork shows through. Anything black is gonna mask it so it gets hidden. What's up, Brad on YouTube? Oh man, okay, Brad, great question. Could you explain an NFT for me, please? Like the difference between that and a regular image, thanks. Okay, this is a super great question from our wife because she has spent hours, days diving into this. I'm a brand new newbie, all right? And I asked her, I'm like, okay, so basically I can make whatever I want. Basically an NFT, I did a quick Google search, like what file size should my NFT be? And they said a JPEG, a PNG, or an MP4 file, and about 3,000 pixels wide. So a lot of what I'm seeing, what's trending right now are square images. And I should have planned ahead and had samples pulled up for you, but I don't. So there isn't a difference between a regular image and an NFT. It's just that image has been uploaded to blockchain, I think, and associated with that specific thing. So you're gonna have to just drill in and do some more research, or I'll get my wife on here soon. But Brad, basically, my wife was like, you got to make something. So I'm literally making something, but I don't know how I'm going to use this yet. Like basically you have to mint it. So you have to like pay to play, you upload it through something and then it like gets attached to the Bitcoin or the blockchain, whatever. Just throwing a bunch of words out there now. So right now there literally is no difference what I'm making and a regular image. I'm just creating an image that will be associated with this NFT series I'll be making. So my idea currently is just to make like a numeric series. Like literally number 1 is the first one. This is the first one. Number 2 is the second one. I'm just going to do a bunch of them, like maybe 30 for a month or something. I don't know. This is me just diving in and getting started and forcing myself to learn it. Yes, it's essentially a copyright sort of. Yes, very. So I've heard a lot of artists using this as a way to show ownership, proof of ownership of an image, whether it's a photographer or in this case, like what I'm doing would be more like digital art. And there is basically, for lack of a better way to say it, like a serial number that is unique only to this piece, and you can track who is the owner of that piece. So yeah, super great way to use copyright. From what I've been told, again, I am not an expert. I didn't stay at the Holiday Inn. Don't know what I'm doing. I'm just playing. I'm just jumping in full tilt. Let's see what happens. That's kind of where we're at right now. So Brad, where are you tuning in from? Where are you watching from? Thanks for tuning in, by the way. Thanks for the chat, for the questions. Tonight, I had a bunch of people starting to jump in on Behance, where I usually stream, and then the stream crapped out. And it's been doing that all week, actually for the last like 2 weeks. I have no idea what's going on. Yeah, definitely interesting. It's interesting for a lot of reasons. One, it's just kind of fun. 2, it's kind of the new tech, right? Like if you think about Facebook getting into the metaverse or, creating the new company called Meta, there's a lot. I really don't feel qualified to even talk about this. I should call my wife and get her on the stream. Actually, I could probably do that if she's up for it. Hey, what's up? There she is. There's my wife. So Jen, if you're listening, do you want to jump on stream? You can just call my phone and we could talk, or I could send you a link. I could text you a link and do a video thing. I don't know if that's the best thing to do at the house right now because you're doing dinner for the kids and they're probably all screaming and stuff, but that's all right. She says, sure, call me. All right. So the music's going to die, but that's all good. This could be exciting. Let's see what happens. Also, Brad says, I follow you on YouTube. I bought your course a while back. Thanks, Brad. I appreciate that. Hey. All right. You're on the stream.
Awesome.
Hopefully it's loud enough. Testing 1, 2. Say hello.
1, 2. Hello.
Hello. All right, cool. So lots of great questions from Brad, and I'm sure other people watching the replay will have the same questions. Like, can you explain an NFT and what's the difference between that and a regular image? Like, how is this any different? And then, Brad's tuning in from the UK. Awesome. And then it's good for copyright. And then, this is me. Are you watching what I'm doing right now? Or are you like?
Yeah, but it was really laggy, so I paused it.
Okay. All right.
An NFT is bigger than just a piece of artwork. An NFT is a word used to describe something that has value only because people agree that it does, and that value can change.
As we've been noticing. So on our digital wallets, it's like one day you're like down $100. You're like, where did it all go?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for example, it stands for non-fungible token. So a fungible token would be like the American dollar system, right? Like we intrinsically as a society agree that one paper dollar equals 4 quarters. The value's the same, right?
Got it.
That's a fungible token. A non-fungible token means the value is decided upon by anyone and everyone, and again, can change drastically. So what that means in terms of the crypto universe means that there is this whole bold new world, the Amazon of art, music, whatever, if you will.
Oh,
gaming.
so I was looking at a thing. I don't know what it was. I was trying to figure out what size to make this file, and it basically said JPEG, PNG, or an MP4, so video file. But so could you do MP3 then for music?
I don't know what format. I haven't explored the music side of things, but yeah, I'm sure.
Okay.
So anyway, in order to market your artwork or your music files or whatever, instead of doing it through like Shopify as your platform, you do it through a decentralized platform that's on the blockchain, which is a whole different thing. But essentially, because of how it tracks everything is given a unique ID that is, I'm not going to say unhackable because we know that's not true, but a unique ID that is less hackable than something else. For artists, this takes copywriting just to a whole new level, because you can literally walk back in the code and say, no, this was mine.
Got it.
From the very beginning.
Got it.
So that's how it works in the art world. I mean, if you want to just break it down to like its most basic denominator, it is no different than selling a downloadable art image JPEG on Shopify.
Or like Creative Market, or like, any of those places.
But you're paying for it, not with American dollars or British pounds or whatever. You're paying for it with a cryptocurrency.
Interesting. Yeah, it makes sense.
which is separate from any government money system.
Yeah.
And its value is determined by the masses.
Got it.
Okay.
That makes sense.
What was the next one? Stupid dog. Hold on.
So that's Miles and Daisy. Miles is a standard poodle, big bark, super friendly giant, and then Daisy is this tiny Yorkie, and we love them both. And sometimes they're obnoxious. Yeah, Brad says thanks for helping you understand, and he says interesting. That makes sense. Yeah, we're definitely okay. So I wish you could see did you pause it, the stream?
Yeah, but let me unpause it. Hold on.
I don't know. This is what I had in mind. I was just kind of being dumb. Like, okay, what's a good, do you want to text me an image, like a good example of NFTs you found?
Can I text you some images?
You can text me and then I can pull them up.
You can also just open this new tab, go to my OpenSea profile.
That's so many things. Okay, OpenSea.
Do you want me to put the link in there for you?
There you go. Yeah, throw me the link.
In the chat or via text?
Oh, yeah, you could chat it in YouTube. That's fine. That works. And then I could post it on the screen. Too many windows are open. I don't know what I'm doing.
You want it in the chat? Sorry, I wasn't listening.
Yeah, Brad says he's seen a lot of pixelated people as NFTs. Definitely.
Yes.
Yep.
That's super popular right now, but things are moving more toward like full universe build outs instead of just like random art. So for example, you'll see this in my profile once you open it up. There's these people down here, the crypto gang, and they are
Did you post it? I don't see it in the chat yet.
It's in the chat.
It didn't show up
they
yet.
They are characters. I'll post it again.
Is it not letting links come through? Maybe it's like protecting me from link spam.
It might not be. Let me
just text it to me, yeah.
Okay. They are characters, so you get the art of the person, and you pay for that as a digital asset that you own. But on the back end, the developers who are doing this artwork are building out a video game universe. And then these characters, once that is done, will be playable in that digital world. So
are these, you have 19 NFTs? What have you been doing?
Oh, I've been busy.
Anyway, oh my goodness.
So scroll down to the crypto gang. They're like 3 rows down.
I'm just looking at everything. You have the most random artwork. I love this.
So they are playable and they have unlockable traits like different power ups, right?
Okay.
Like think old school, right? So essentially their value then once the game is live is not just in art for the thumbnail image, but is also for their playability in that world. So in theory, the value will skyrocket once they're playable right now. Think Fortnite. It's like buying skins before the skins are playable.
Yeah. Okay. So this one, what's interesting, this guy, you can even see like their stats. So I'm looking at right now, levels. So like agility, dexterity, intelligence, strength, right? Like,
right.
I don't even understand how this works. So interesting.
And then you got boosts on that too. This one's a really,
collection.
really good one. I actually won that one in a giveaway.
Yeah. Oh, the one that I'm on right now, but I went down to the more from this collection. Yeah. Okay. View collection.
Okay.
So this is what I'm saying. Like, oh my gosh.
So a lot of them, and if you go back to my main account and then go to the first row, those
hold on, I'm looking at all these crypto gang ones.
Okay.
Super cool.
So in a lot of them, so there's two schools of thought. There's these guys. There's like 10,000 of them, and they like the artist rendered out like the individual traits, and then an algorithm put them together. So there's that, and then there's original art like the business decks that I do, where every single one is handmade, and it's only a one of.
Interesting. Yeah. Oh, and that's kind of what I'm doing right now. So like, you probably can't see. Did you see what I was doing? I'll just text it to you.
So go back really quick to my monkeys. So another thing that people are doing.
Are you watching the screen?
Yeah. Is you're selling experiences and community. So it's NFTs as a
experiences. And what was the other thing you said?
It's communities.
Oh,
so
community.
Your NFT
community.
is essentially your ticket to that community. So these monkeys that I have are my ticket into this basketball community. And eventually, once they've sold all of them, then they will host meetups throughout the year where if you're a ticket holder, you can attend, whether it's a basketball game or whatever.
Super cool.
Yeah. So it's very interesting. Very, very interesting for sure.
Interesting.
That guy was a good one. He's like ranked number 580 out of 3,000, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, super cool.
I've been meaning to mint another one, but the gas fees are crazy high right now.
Yeah, that's another thing. So gas fees, you guys. Okay, so basically, however they do the mining, it's actually directly tied to actual real gas prices. So it's a whole thing. So like gas prices for like transferring and minting these things are super expensive right now. So again, I'm still figuring this out. I haven't even I'm so far major at the beginning of this, but Jen is figuring it out, and super cool. So I wonder, I don't know. It's interesting that a lot of these are square, like
almost all of them are square.
Yeah, it's kind of like when Instagram first launched, everything was square, right? And then all of a sudden you can go portrait and whatever. But so that's why I started square. I don't love this, but I don't want to overthink it. But in my mind, I was thinking like the number one. And just distressing it. That's it. There it is.
I think at the end of the day, like it's a fun way to put your art out there.
Yeah.
Right? Like that doesn't, I mean, depending on what network you put out on, it costs money, obviously, to mint it, but
yeah.
I mean,
so right now, guys, real quick, while she's talking about that, well, not while she's talking about that, because it's totally interrupted. I'm sorry. What I was just going to say is I'm putting everything I just did into one folder, and I renamed it number one, so I can have the same file. Hit Command J to jump cut it, make a copy, turn off the one below, rename the one above to number two, twirl this down, and then I could start, changing things to number two, and go from there. So I don't know. I could build all this in one file. I could do multiple artboards. There's a lot of things. If I'm going to sell it and include PSD files somehow, a bonus, I might want to split them out. But I'm just forcing myself to ask these questions, right? Like how
well,
are we going to make
the idea of the unlockable zoom in and like unlockable content, and then the zoom in like 3D scape hidden content that we had talked about, that That's flipping cool, and that's what I would love to see created, where you take like photography and you zoom in and there's hidden 3D rendered worlds inside.
Yeah, for sure. I should pull up that thing that I showed you the other night. What I'm looking for, uniform, like another idea I had was grabbing, like jersey numbers or baseball or basketball or something, and pick somebody's number and then use the colors that would correlate with that. On the spot here, I'm kind of sucking at it, but basically, or even college basketball. Go to the basketball team. Okay, so here's the Lakers just popped up here as an example. So what I could do, grab their logo, bring it into here. Whoa, everything's jumping around. And maybe I sampled this yellow color and fill my background with yellow. Sample the purple color. Fill my text with purple. Uh-oh, what'd I do? Wrong layer. Anyway, like that could be another way that you could tie it in to a community, whether it's basketball or a specific team or things like that, right? You still there? Did I lose you? She probably muted me because she's chasing kids around. Still there, Jen?
Yeah, I'm making him a bottle. Hold on.
Okay, yeah, just checking. Yeah, so we've got a 7-month-old baby at home. He's doing great. I figured that was going on, is that he was making noise or needing a bottle or something. All right, so right now I'm just kind of playing around. I don't know. I'm just trying to get my brain up to speed on what I could do with this stuff. So right now what I'm doing is I filled this grunge layer with the yellow.
I have an idea. Hold on.
Okay. And I'm playing with the blend modes right now by hitting shift and up or down. And you can see it's kind of affecting the edges here. Just kind of playing, just trying to find ways to make it different and cool. I really am I don't get to fool around with stuff as much because usually I'm getting paid by somebody else to do what they want. Oh, don't even worry about it. So Brad, I love it. I love it when people join in. Usually there's like a lot of people chatting and it's fun. It's part of the process. So I love being live so I can answer questions. Otherwise it's just me trying to figure out what to say and talk to people. I don't know. All right. What else?
So my idea, honey.
Yeah.
What if, how you can create like a pattern overlay and like ghost it out or whatever. What if it was like the numbers, like all of, like, let's say it was Kobe Bryant's number and then it was like his like lifetime stats.
Oh, that'd be super cool. Yeah.
As like a recurring pattern over.
Yeah.
Or behind or something. Like that could be a cool way to even give even more like texture to it, but like meaningful texture.
Yeah. What I'm looking for right now, I saw some really cool samples on Pinterest. And I know you can't see my screen right now, but just give me a couple seconds and I'll find it. Okay, there we go. So like this kind of stuff, where you've got the player cut out and isolated with text in between, stuff like that is another way that I thought about creating the NFTs. Or like this shoe poster right here. This is kind of what I was thinking with the one I'm making now. Like I envision stuff like this kind of scattered throughout. It's like, yeah, Jen, like you're saying, like the stats or different shapes from them that, I don't know. This is inspiring. So I'm going to do this. Command-Shift-4, take a screenshot, hold down the Control key to save to my desktop, jump over here, throw it in there. And I like these diagonals here. I could do it in, let's see, I could go like this. Oops. It's weird when you mute your phone because then I'm like, is she still here? But I know you're probably dealing with kids.
Sorry, yeah, I'm still here.
No, you're good. I forget how to step and repeat. It's all good. Align those, group those. 45, something like that. I don't know. I'm just playing around. Yeah, it's definitely an interesting way to produce new art. And I think what's fun about it is you could use stuff that you've already done. You could make something totally brand new and random. Like it could be either or. Let's see. Let's turn that off. Delete that layer. It's really quiet without music. It's all good. So let's see. I don't know. I'm just playing around here. Changing the blood modes on this folder, on this group. Let's add a mask to it. And maybe a halftone supply. There we go. That's kind of cool. Let's do the same on this guy. We'll add a new mask. Just kind of fade it out. It's kind of cool. I don't know what else to add here, but I like what it's doing. What do you think, Jen? Are you still watching? I don't know what. Oh, cool. Thanks, man. Yeah, thank you. Brad says, side note, likes the Third Bowl logo I made. Actually, so this hat that I'm wearing is what he's talking about. This is the Third Bowl & Co. It's actually the company I work for, marketing and all kinds of stuff. Thank you. Yeah, it was a fun project. I've got other stuff around here somewhere. Stickers, swag, business cards. Here is a coaster I made for that project. So it's a regular paper coaster, die cut sticker. There's business cards somewhere on my desk. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, that was a super fun project. Here's the back of the business card. The front's pretty basic, but it's got sensitive information. I can't show you everything. It doesn't focus. That's all right. Anyway, yeah, that was a super fun project. I actually got to design a booth for a trade show that was 50 feet by 60 feet, like a huge, giant thing. And it happens in January. So once the show's over, I can show you guys everything that I did. But that was fun. That was great. It was like building a house, basically. So you had all these interior walls and logos for all the different brands that are represented. So that was a fun project we just did. Let's see. What else? I'm digging how this looks. I might change the colors for whatever we do. All right. I'm going to hit Command J to jump cut that. Rename it to 3. Let's change our number here. 3. So this is the thing where when you're going to build a series, what'd you call it, Jen? Start with a C, category. No, collection. When you build a collection, kind of getting it right the first time. Like, for example, I set this file up at 3,000 pixels by 3,000 pixels. And if I change my mind later or discover it should have been 4,000 pixels or something different, you kind of want to make sure that before you dive into it, you're doing it the right way. But I just went for it. I just kind of went nuts. That's what's really throwing my vibe off, not having music, but that's all right. Okay. I got to figure out. So my wife made like a whole spreadsheet, Excel spreadsheet of all the different days for what her collections are going to be and what the names are and their backstory and all kinds of stuff. Super cool. I feel like I should spend some time like figuring out what this is going to be for me for this series. because, right now I'm just kind of making up. I kind of like this color scheme, actually. Maybe we'll borrow that for this next one. Did I leave it in here or delete it? I think I deleted it. So Command-Shift-4, screenshot, copy, paste it in here, scale it up a touch. Let's sample some colors. All right, so the background color. Change that background color. Let's sample this darker blue on these diagonal lines. Now, instead of changing each one separately, which I could, actually that might be better because of the blend modes that I've got going on. Let's just make this normal for now. And I'm going to add a color overlay effect to this whole folder. So that way I don't have to change this in one spot. I don't have to like do. There we go. Why did that not? Why is it grayscale? What am I not seeing? All right, we're going to come at this a different way. Oh, it's because I'm on the... that doesn't make sense. All right, let's try this again. Let's sample this color. Oh, I've got this Visualize app on also, which is causing problems. So let's quit that real quick. Sample. What is happening? It's because it's on the mask layer. Okay, so I'm going to copy this hex code, which is behind my head. There we go. Jump back over.
I love how that's looking.
Thanks, babe. There we go. Color overlay. That was the wrong layer. Interesting.
You know what you could do? You could just make it with basketball player numbers.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like that's what I want.
And then don't do them as one-off. Do them as 10,000 of each one. Sell them for like $1 a piece, and then market it as like, hey, rep your favorite athlete's number in your profile. Okay.
Oh, yeah. I see where we're going with this. All right. I got to figure out what is happening. I screwed something up, not paying attention. All right. Let's fix these guys. There we go. All right. Now, why is there multiple? Yeah, thanks, Brad. So the way that I stream, sometimes I'm like, here's exactly what I'm doing. And then other times I'm like, I just kind of make it up as I go. Okay, so this didn't totally darken because up here my brush, the flow was at 50%. So I cranked to 100%. So now when I drag over the edge, I'm on this mask layer. Oh, I thought I was on the mask layer. Now I don't know what I'm screwed up. On this mask layer, now it'll... what is happening? All right, it's an optical illusion because of this layer right here. Anyway, yeah, so like letting people like letting you look over my shoulder. I love that kind of stuff. That's how I learned my first internship. I literally just went and sat behind the main guy and watched him work and just sat uncomfortably close, probably like right off to the side. It was cool just seeing his approach to how he would do things. Maybe we'll leave that one yellow. That's kind of cool looking. The 3 needs color change. What's going on? It's kind of different. Anyway, yeah, so just kind of playing around with some different effects. Just seeing what happens. I'm going to group this again. and throw another layer mask on the top of it. So I have that one the way it is. That's better. I don't know. There was something weird happened with the blend mode. So I just want that to go away a tiny bit there. Tiny bit there. I'm going to do the same thing to this guy. I'm going to group it. Command G, or just click on the folder icon, add a mask. Make sure that content is in. Whoa, no, don't replace layer mask. There we go. Now that's inside of this group. So I can kind of just do a little bit more to it. All right, what else was on that theme? Thank you. Yeah, I think, whether it's basketball or like any sports, really, there's some really cool options here. I like the pop of white and the dark text. So like, okay, I don't know whose colors this would be, but let's just pretend. I'm just gonna do my own name then. We'll just pretend like my number was number 3. So you could do like jersey style, like not jersey the place, but like, mesh jersey, where it's, what the heck is that thing? There's like this little bug on my computer. It's like a fly thing. I don't know. Anyway. Okay, a couple ideas. Let's make this white. So the way that I did that so fast, my background color was already white. So I hit Command Delete, and I was on the text layer.
Love where it's going.
Thanks, babe. So I'm thinking like smash this behind.
Can we drop the black stripes like down bottom? It feels really top heavy right now.
What now?
It feels really top heavy.
I'm not done yet, but I hear you. Okay, so like, let's just center this. Let's click on this text and go to my filter. No, unclick the text. My bad. Filter. I even forget how to do it. I've been in Illustrator so much lately. I don't know if I want to do any of these things. How about this? I could do type on a path. Sorry guys, I'm thinking like it doesn't matter. My brain is not working tonight, so we're gonna keep going. All right. Let's do. All right, what else were you thinking, Jen? You take the player's number like that. That's kind of cool looking.
No, I just thought it felt a little sad down below. That's all.
All right. All right.
Numbers should go above names for the team before individual.
So, little tidbit about my coach. She's was a varsity basketball coach. So, if anybody would know, it's definitely her.
Well,
what's that?
I'm just chuckling.
All right, there's that. Up a little bit. Oh, no, but now everything's going to be off because I did this on the third version, not the first two. Okay, so there's an idea. It's getting kind of weird. I like the direction. I think it would help too if I had clear direction. Like, is this baseball? Is this basketball? Is this a sport? Is this NASCAR? I don't know. All right. So what we're going to do, just to remember, you guys, memory is cheap. So you can always duplicate it and try something different. So I'm going to click on this whole main folder, Command J to jump cut it. I could do another version of number 3, or I could just keep moving on to number 4. All right, so number 4. We're definitely gonna have to spend some time like coming up with backstory or player stats or whoever this is gonna be. Yeah, Brad says keep playing around. I think we'll find the direction for sure. It's an interesting concept. I love the style of this. Let me jump back over to here. You do stuff like this. I'm just gonna take a screenshot of this as a sample. Change the blend mode, throw it in the back. I mean, you could do something like this if it was basketball. We could do other things. Cutting out the athlete. This kind of stuff is super cool. I love this kind of stuff. This is kind of what I had seen in my mind when I started doing this. Oh, I love this text. This masking behind here. Text at an angle or like ripping through the poster. That's kind of cool. I really like this. I'm going to take a screenshot as another sample, like a way I could do the series. Do something like this. Yeah. Anyway, I'm obviously not going to turn this into, this is somebody else's artwork. I'm not going to turn this into an NFT. This is me getting ideas, and I'll come back to it sometime to finish it. So, yeah, that's kind of all I got. I could keep going. How long have I been streaming? Let me look. I got to go home pretty soon. About an hour. We're almost at an hour. Let's see. Any other final thoughts, Jen, before we wrap this thing up? If you're still,
I like where it's going. A lot. It's really like pleasing to the eye.
Yeah.
Yeah. Coming along.
Definitely worth pursuing. One of those things where this was me forcing myself to get started and to do something. And then now that I have this, I can shut it down for a bit and then get some ideas, come back to it with fresh eyes. Now I know what questions to ask. Like, is this going to be a series? Is this going to be, just random numbers? Is this going to be associated with a certain sport or family stuff? Like, who knows? So anyway, that was fun. That was good. It's weird not having music though.
I'm here to help.
Oh,
To know Siri at apple.com.
Siri's here to help. Brad says an idea. I like that. Yeah. Have the background have a mesh jersey texture. So on that note, let's go to Envato Elements. Plug for them. If you haven't heard of Elements, they're having their Cyber Monday sale. So 40% off, lifetime saving. Now is the time to buy. They only go on sale 3 times a year. All right, Brad says off to bed. You're welcome. Anyway, you can't see my screen. Check out Envato Elements when you get a chance. I could check out mesh jersey.
Popping off
texture.
now.
Are you popping off? All right, I'm gonna wrap this up,
Yeah.
and I'll call you in a minute.
All right. Bye.
Bye. Thanks. All right. So graphic templates. Here's some jerseys. You could even use this, as part of making something like this. Mesh. Let's see if that shows anything. Anyway, we can play with this more later. So that's kind of where we're at for now. My first NFTs are in the works. Getting it going. What's up, Robert? Haven't seen you in a while. Rob says watching an important football game. Awesome. Good to see you, man. I've been trying to broadcast on Behance lately, but there's been lots of tech issues for me. So I think we're hanging out on Twitch and YouTube tonight. This replay will be up on Behance, hopefully. Anyway, that's where we're at. Jen says, happy Thanksgiving, Rob. So we're actually going to have Thanksgiving turkey tonight because Thursday, which is what our Thanksgiving is supposed to be, we were all sick in our household. So we didn't do anything. And today was the last day to cook the turkey before it went bad. So I'm actually going to go home, have a feast, and go to bed because I'm tired. All right. Yeah, it wasn't working. So Rob, enjoy your football game. Happy Thanksgiving. Thanks for sticking around. I'm going to shut this down and I will see you guys soon. I'll probably be broadcasting a lot this week. I've got to dial it in with the Adobe stuff. Not sure why the broadcasts are struggling, but yeah, we'll be seeing you guys soon. I'll be doing a bunch of NFT stuff. Got some other projects I'll be working on soon, and maybe even get Jenna on the stream. We can talk more about NFTs and explore all that kind of stuff. So thanks for hanging out tonight. I will see you all later. All right, guys, thanks for watching today. I hope you learned a lot of valuable information, and I appreciate you sticking around to the very end. But before you go, just a couple things I want to remind you. The first is, if you haven't already, feel free to like this video if you can, depending on where you're watching from. Give it a thumbs up or subscribe or tap the bell or give it a follow if you can. And also maybe even just copy the link up in the browser and share it with a friend or post it to your Facebook page. I'd really appreciate that. But again, just want to say thanks for sticking around, and I'd love to continue going live as much as possible and helping you guys out. So the best way that I can help you is by you commenting on the videos below. I read those comments. I engage with them as soon as I can, if I can, when I see them. So if it's live, I'll try and answer you right away. If this is a replay, you can still comment on the video, and I go back and I read those. So I just wanted to say thanks again for watching, and let me know what you're working on. I'd love to help you out, and hopefully we will see you in the next live. And to be sure you don't miss it, like this video and subscribe and follow and do the things. All right, guys, thanks for watching. We'll talk to you later.